Go ahead, Idle.
We have a tie with Mona Lisa and Martok. Do we want to just pay them both, which I'm happy to do, or do we want to do another poll?
Stars is gonna break the tie, but we can pay both anyway. But there must be a winner.
There must be a winner.
It's just like when I lost the thing, but you said no. Like...
Mona Lisa or the Martok. Choose wisely.
Right, Stars. You hold all the power. And don't forget, I'll be feeding you for 10 days when you're here.
Yes, but
that sounds so wrong when you put it like that.
I'll be feeding you a spoon.
That sounded really suspect.
Here comes the train.
Open the space dock. Here comes the shuttle.
No, it's no good. I'm canceling my ticket.
Yes, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, one and all, to Timelines Talks, the premium, exclusive, #1 show for all things Star Trek Timelines. I am your host, Captain Idle, and I am joined by the bright primary colours, the Teletubbies of the Star Trek Timelines world. We are here. Auto, big stars. We're back. We're back in business. Yeah. Guys, how the devil are you this week?
3 minutes before we went live, I shamed them into changing into bright primary colors so that we would look cute together on camera.
No, see, the thing is, it's like I had this shirt, which was going to be, it's from my vacation when we went to St. Louis and we saw the arch and all that stuff. But no, off to the side, because I've got to be on theme.
I mean, if it makes you feel any bit big, you and Idle will be safe when you go down on the away team.
I'm dead.
Yeah, Auto's super fucking dead. Yeah. And then I have to roll him over. The camera will dramatically zoom in. I'll be like, nothing doing.
He's got a large
knife.
Jesus, he's taking it to the head in one go.
Down in one.
My lord.
Wow.
Amid the rash of strange pranks aboard the Enterprise, Eric's takes the role of acting captain while the rest of the bridge crew have lunch. I hope you appreciate the lengths I went to for this.
Traveler powers, but I think there's something else very celestial and grand in the power order that is going on. Oh, there's an automaton.
Hey, we've got an auto. Maybe. He might be here. Here he is.
He's eating crisps.
Hey, buddy. Enjoyed it?
I don't think I'm going to have time to do the show, but I just wanted to pop in.
Hey, buddy. How's it going?
Thanks,
we were just talking about Will Wheaton.
You mean Will Wheaton?
Will Wheaton, who is now the Terran Emperor in Star Trek Online.
Really?
Yep.
That's the reaction we want. That's the color commentary.
So this
Auto chat wants to know what types of potato chips you're eating.
Okay, what we got? Ready solid? Salt and vinegar?
Wait, are we live? What?
Like comedy.
Oh. I'm in Central Time Zone. I'm off by an hour. Sorry, guys. I thought you guys were doing the pre-show. And I'm like, wait, they're actually talking about.
No. I thought this was your bit. I thought you were eating crisp as a bit.
We've been talking about this for a while. Okay, anyway.
Yeah, no, we crack wires like this all the time, buddy.
Sorry, guys.
Yes, I usually do.
All right.
All right.
I'm going to go watch some chat now that I know you're live.
No.
This fucking guy.
Oh, wow.
Amazing.
Best drop-in ever.
5th, we'll have a free...
I should ask a question. You didn't answer it. Oh, well.
And this crew will also be included in a month-long objective event, also starting on the 7th.
What crew is
it? The crew is Uhura. It's Uhura standing next to an astronaut.
Now, the new crew in this, I don't want to spill the beans just yet.
He's
a very special crew. We'll be doing that stuff very, very soon.
Forget what I said.
It's not Uhura.
It's definitely not Uhura.
So on Star
It's
Trek.
probably Kivas Fajo.
Getting
We're
out.
getting banned for this. We're so getting
It's
banned.
another
for
doctor.
this.
It's another blue shirt
And
McCoy.
also, we'll be releasing a fleet boss battles.
Definitely not
fleet
Uhura
pack.
with an astronaut.
This pack will.
Cairo raises a good point. Do you ever think we will get Watching Mugatu or Spread Eagle Voimler from
No,
you?
never,
Yeah.
never,
I don't think
ever.
we'll get because those are very explicit. Cards.
Look, they won't allow standard penetration on Stad Picard.
Oh right. I see what you mean by standard.
Standard penetration.
Voya Gumatu, yeah.
I'm gonna exercise in front of the water, and the subs will
I'll
come
be in the
rolling
gym.
in. I'll tell Jim to expect you.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, that's so good. I'm stealing that. Oh. Oh. 7 of 9. Fenris 7 standing next to a noose with a smirk. It's. This is one of those occasions that. Yeah. One of those occasions I want to sort of email back and go, you guys are redoing art. Does it have a time limit on it? Oh, hang on. Oh shit!
Oh,
the
God.
shy porn with the steel chair has just come in.
There's a couple images in chat, by the way, of the
Well, yeah, I'll...
stills of that moment in the show. By the
Shy,
way,
what are you doing here? You're not due here for another
my
few
God.
days.
Guys here to dunk on the Borg Queen.
No, not for you. Not for you. I'm just talking to the people online. Look, I'm running out the door.
Yeah.
But I had to come in
Someone's gonna
and say, in every show, in every movie, there's a master frame that the director puts into the movie or the episode, a frame that sums up the show. And in that episode of Picard, it's freaking Seven looking directly into the camera, eyes blacked out, hair flowing back like Drew Barrymore in Firestarter, green halo around her, screaming because her fellow Borg are being jettisoned into space. Sorry, posthumous spoiler alert, kids. You should have watched the episode by now. That's the frame. Not like Vanna White Borg Queen 7 standing there. Look at this beautiful Borg connection that you could have for the low price of 1,000 credits. Sorry. Just wanted to jump in. Just wanted to jump in and say that. Our artist is amazing. The Timelines artist is amazing. If you've read the recent, Mirror War comic, Star Trek Mirror War comic, you know how much you should appreciate our Timelines, Star Trek Timelines artist.
Is that the same person that's doing that?
No, it is not. It's absolutely not.
Worst art ever seen.
It's the opposite end of the spectrum. Our art is amazing, but this directorial choice is poor. Anyway, gotta run. Bye.
Love you.
Thank you for jumping in.
ciao.
And the Gorgon.
Yeah.
Oh, so what we did when Stars was over, we were intentionally watching bad Star Trek. He's doing the jerk off. If you know, you know. So we're intentionally watching.
That sounds so fucking suspect. He's doing the jerk off. If you know, you know.
90% of the game is mental. Before you even pick up the phone, you know if you're going to win or lose the event. No,
Is this like that thing that people say in jail where, like, if you have the right mindset, there's only, like, 2 days that you're in jail, the day you go in and the day you way out? It's like, if you have the right mindset for skirmish, it's only the first ship back on the last ship.
No, you find the biggest ship in the yard and you kick its ass on day one. That's what you do.
Creighton, you're my bitch now, Creighton. You're my bitch.
Let's talk about the previous event, and the winner was Tahoe, who has been famously beaten this week, but Tahoe did win. Sorry, no, we'll get to you. Hang on a moment.
I'm going to watch the VOD of this, and I'm going to slow it down to, like, 0.25 times speed, and I'm going to watch Cranky's face there, and it's going to be like, hey, look, if you watch, you can see the exact moment his heart rips in half.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ooh, one day I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do another event.
Hello, everybody. We are here to watch some funny, jocular laughter, good times, good Spock times, Spock-a-mock 2, The Revenge
Electric
of Spock.
Boogaloo.
Electric, yeah, to bring Boogaloo. Hello everyone in chat. We now have better functionality across YouTube and Twitch now. We've got things. Commands now work on YouTube and Twitch as well, which is great. So if you... I've enabled them for everyone now. So everyone can just plague us with commands.
Oh, that's not going to get old.
Well, no one was using them anyway other than Cranky, so this was floated a while back. I finally did it, so that's happening. But we're gonna watch some charades in a minute. Frank is gonna turn up uncharacteristically late, as he does. Are we gonna do
maybe
that?
with a working microphone? We're not sure.
Who knows? Time will tell. Sadly, we hope to get Shy this evening, but sadly he couldn't join us. He's having some well-deserved family time, so I can't blame him for that. So, ladies and gentlemen, spool up your... I need to actually open the episode, don't I? Spool up.
Yes, that would be helpful, because otherwise I'm going to have to open up on Paramount Plus.
Yeah,
and I don't want to have to do that.
No one wants to do that. No one wants to use Paramount Plus. I mean,
you know, I have to set it to put subtitles on every time I use it. It's so lame.
Can't just auto do it. Yeah.
No.
30. Right, let me do some streamy shenanigans. Doodly-doo-doo-doo. Color source.
Make sure that they can't see the episode. That would be,
that's what I'm now doing. You shouldn't see
that would
this.
Be a problem.
That would be a problem. We would get hit by all sorts of copyrighty materials.
What is CBS going to do? Cancel Prodigy again?
Oh, I need something on the screen as well. Let's do... Bear with me while I'm sorting this. Stars, what are your thoughts on this episode?
Well, I don't want to spoil it.
Well, don't spoil it, but just like early days kind of...
This is the best episode of season 2 and possibly the entire show.
Whoa, big words, big words.
Dude, I was laughing every single second. There is a gag or a joke or it's so fucking good. Because opinion on season 2 has been a bit divided here and there, and I can understand why. I think they're swinging for the fences a bit more. Everything's a bit more sort of like we're taking a few more risks, maybe in some places, and not having Ansem Mount for the first 3 episodes, I think hurt it for some people. But I think it's been a pretty strong season so far. Like especially if I can compare how much I'm enjoying this with how much I was enjoying Picard season 3. And like Picard season 3 is like broadly good, but the problems I had there was just feels like a greatest hits of Star Trek, whereas even though Strange New World's kind of doing that to a degree, whereas I can recognize, we're doing the time travel episode, we're doing the funny episode, we're doing the aliens are a shit episode. It's still done in such a different manner, and it's done with new characters, so it has a different feel. Like, I don't know, it's something about it that just feels a bit more fresh, and that massively helps with the feel and the enjoyment. Oh, right. Neymar, you're in for a fucking treat. This is a great episode.
Here we go. Are you ready? Let me know if you guys are ready, because we are about to hit it. We're going to go in...
Ready.
Time code will come
Spaghetti.
up. We'll have the time code up on screen so you can catch up. So, back to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Punch it. There we go.
That's an Enterprise.
We're there.
Yeah, I only just recently realized that it has different intros for every show. Like this one has Mahanit in it.
Oh, what do you mean?
Because you look at the top left, like it has the asteroid from episode 2, like going in the background instead of.
I didn't know what for every episode. Because I knew they did it for every season, but.
Yeah.
Yay.
Previously on the best Star Trek.
They absolutely will, Mr. Spock. They absolutely
guess
will.
what? Like don't worry, they're gonna ruin your life and get you killed to a degree.
You do not die.
There we go.
It's about all this hot electric tension.
I mean, like, if I was on a Constitution class like ship, I would also be having electric tension because guess what? It's you and 200 other people, like
on a floating metal bucket.
There's no holodecks. You can't, No. Surely it only happens every now and then.
I was watching a clip today of some weird show, and I posted it on the Discord, and this guy just walks into holodeck and goes, "Computer, generate me 2 8-foot-tall women, one of them being..." I forget what it was now. One of them being like Daisy Ridley, the other being Scarlett Johansson's, like, and make them want maternal instincts with me and things like that. It was just like, okay, generate me an 80-foot tall, was it an 80-foot tall Daisy Ridley with a full bladder and get me a set of swimming goggles.
Bring a Chapel of a mud wrestling match over Spock. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's absolutely what happens.
Of course.
Vulcan Science Academy, but they're a bunch of nerds. Corby.
I mean, there is a reason Loaxana likes the mud baths.
It's true, yeah.
Fist bump.
I love that fist bump. Also, can I just say, Uhura is radiant in this scene. Like, whew.
Shots,
I love this.
shots.
I've done this for university prep. This absolutely tracks. Law looks beautiful in that dress. Like, I think I really suits her. And I like the 60s style top for Chapel.
Yeah, that is a
It
bit,
just looks so good.
sort of 60s, 70s sort of like furniture kind of thing. Looks very.
Oh yeah, but it's very reminiscent of what she was wearing in Spock and Mock. You know, like the black and white kind of modish dress, which is really lovely.
Yeah, Chapel's hair is less frizzy.
Yeah, it's a bit more under control. I fucking love him, Benga. He's so good. It's been most advantageous as a Spock.
It has. Yeah, it's the herb garden.
It's the multicultural menagerie. Man, Joseph Sisko and Pike would get on so well.
I love the T'Pol callback here.
Yeah, I was like, nasal suppressants? I haven't heard that mentioned since fucking season 2 of Enterprise.
Yeah.
Like, I never even considered that it was like a thing they would still do. I thought they would have gotten used to it by now. Idle, you're a cooking nerd. What herb is that? Is that like basil or thyme or...
Wait, what did you say? So what's cilantro?
Maybe?
I think it's like basil. Looks like basil. Sam Kirk. Yeah, I like this bit. Oh yeah, the guy in the Orville episode. Yeah, I know that one. The also Linus as well. Linus from Discovery was always awkwardly in the elevator.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Get the crumbs. Sam, don't eat like a fucking animal.
Yeah. So, how come there's this advanced futuristic civilization in the Vulcan system? Like, completely just... Yeah, that literally is they're just there. Never mind. Vulcans knew about it. They didn't care.
Maybe they've only just recently, like, discovered them. Because archaeology, like, it's always a case of, like, oh, we were doing digs, we were looking into mining. Oh, we discovered something.
That's true.
That's my justification for it. The smoke show.
Goddamn.
I love the TOS little monitors.
Now in matte black.
Yeah, to be fair, it looks actually like that. It's like a good old Mac G4.
I look at earrings.
Dude, she's serving up looks every moment in this episode.
T'Pril. Sounds like a fish.
Yeah.
Put T'Pril on the grill.
Okay, but not to spoil it, but I love her husband.
Oh, he's so good.
Are you able, though? Hello? I love the flashing lights behind them. That's nice, Spock, but we're here to talk about a fucking mission.
Yeah. Get ahead of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to focus on my work instead of my fucking mother-in-law.
Don't we all?
I know, right? Fucking Ethan Peck.
So good, so good. Shouting Spock.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, duty.
Yeah, duties.
I still can't get over the fact that they have steering wheels in a ship.
I mean, that's fine. I'll allow it. Yeah, manual steering column. Why not? I do love that Spock like instantly seizes upon this. Like, oh god, I don't have to talk about our feelings. Aww. He looks like a psycho. He looks like a psychopath.
Nobody says, I like to think he's awkwardly pretending to fly the shuttle as if it's not on autopilot. It's like the autopilot from Airplane.
Oh, dude, I'd love that. Yeah, you should do that, I guess, as the commanding officer. Yeah, look, he's totally on autopilot.
Yep.
Yeah, that sure is a moon. Mm-hmm.
Those shuttles are huge.
I like it though. I'm so tired of like the cramped, shitty ones from TNG. Like the Class 2 ones that blew up if you so much as looked at them. Have we even lost any of these shuttles? I don't think we have yet.
Not that I recall.
Yeah.
The Vulcans are like, this old thing? That's been here all the time.
Yeah, we don't give no heck. We couldn't care less. Oh, not a space wedgie. God damn it. Nice Majel. It's a pretty decent Majel impersonation, actually.
I mean, I can't remember the actress's name, but she's it's because
Alex Cap, I believe.
Yeah, it's not Bonnie. They didn't get Bonnie Gordon to do it all, sadly.
No, well, yeah, she's just the Proto Star computer.
But still, both are good. Love the music here.
Guess what? Nami doesn't miss. She does good work all the way through. Oh no, we've been blasted by the light of transitions.
And suddenly it turns into Groundhog Day.
A little bit. You know what? I'm just a sucker for time loop episodes. I wouldn't mind another one. Like Magic to make the Stainless Men Go Mad is still my top tier Discovery
Somehow
episode.
Mud returns.
Somehow. Oscar Isaac is just like, he's returned again. He's in space. You are fucked.
Sounds like you're not
that little TOS.
Yeah.
That little TOS music sting.
Yeah.
You
F-bomb.
get one of these per season. You get one.
What
we're
was the
gonna
one
make
last
fun
season?
of Spock.
Did we get an F-bomb last
Oh,
season?
Spock and Monk. Oh, F-bomb. I don't know.
Ah, right. I was gonna say.
Episodes where Spock is you're very put upon and dealing with bullshit.
Yeah, because I know Lower Decks has done
If we
that a
can
lot.
make this an annual thing, oh yeah,
And
absolutely. Yeah,
Discovery has a couple of times, but
Well, yeah, Tilly was the first one, infamously.
yeah.
I still love this intro. Like the visuals have been
Yeah,
so
it's-
nicely improved upon in season 1.
It is definitely moving up the ranks for me, for sure.
How are your feelings on the theme? Are they changing at all, or are you still kind of ambivalent on it?
I think it's okay. I don't like the middle section of this. Like this whole beginning part is nice because homage to TOS and things like that. But it's sort of where it starts to go into the middle-ish bit, where it's just like, well, we need to kind of change the theme up a bit. I feel like it kind of goes more into this bit here. It feels a little.
I like this bit.
It feels a little Journey to the Center of the Earth for me. A little sort of Rick Wakeman-y, but yeah, I don't know.
You said it like it's a bad thing.
I don't know. I'm not a huge Rick Wakeman fan. He's okay.
Next thing you're going to tell me you don't like prog rock?
I love prog rock, but
well, there you go.
A lot of it does sound the same.
Clearly, we just need to get the Electric Light Orchestra to re-record a Star Trek theme.
My dad is a huge prog rock fan. Like he goes to everyone and like every band he shows me.
I feel like everyone's dad is.
Yeah,
my
but
dad
he's just
is
like-
also. He's a massive King Crimson dude.
Yeah, but he like played me this obscure like prog rock band. I'm like, this sounds exactly the same as the last obscure prog rock band you sent to me. So, but yeah, there you are.
And it all sounds good, but it sounds the same.
It is kind of, they follow the same styles, but yeah.
Bullshit, Lon. We're looking for bullshit.
We're being paid this episode, so we need to do something.
It's true.
I'd love if Lar just turned around and go, "Why don't you use your augmented sensors then, huh?"
She doesn't have augmented sensor beams.
But she'd get really
beaming
pissy like
overhead.
O'Brien did with Bashir. And just get him to stand like 10 feet away from the dartboard. It's a Bajoran sign.
It does actually look very Bajoran, doesn't it? It's so weird seeing her wearing the standard shirt rather than the zip-up one.
It's Ensign now. Ensign hath privileges.
Yeah, it's true.
You can wear whatever you like. To scant or not to scant.
Man, look at Pike. He's loving it.
Yeah. His hair is quivering.
With excitement, with anticipation. Or anticipation.
Yellow.
Hello, yellow. You call me dipshit.
Celia's had some of the best reaction faces this entire season.
Oh, everyone is like killing it on the micro expressions. It's so good.
I think it was last episode where she just gave her whole like what the fuck look, like what the fuck, like that was so good.
Don't call me, we'll call you. I love that. Mixed instructions is such a good euphemism for DNA. This fucking Amazon Echo voice. Like, if that's like
It's
talk to Siri.
A little serious, yeah.
They're fucking rude. Oh no, hijinks.
I feel pretty.
My hair feels messier than before.
Yeah, I like that's the apart from the ears, the defining thing between human and not human Spock is just the hair is slightly ruffled.
We're hungry all the time, Spock. All the time.
Tell me about it.
Yes, you do.
I feel like
these mercurial swings are so good.
I feel like Ethan Peck needed to do this before he got typecast. I think this is good, like for him to turn around and go like, no, I don't just play a Spock. I can do all this other stuff as well. Because that's the problem.
Well, that's the thing. His Spock is so well formed and emotional.
That's the problem with Charlie, Daredevil's actor.
Charlie Cox. He got typecast as blind. Yeah,
and you couldn't get roles.
That little awkward smile, like what a fucking robot. Mbenga's like, oh man.
So this, like, did they just get together to tell jokes, like, in the fridge? In the...
Yes. They do that all the time. And they sit in the exact same order. Well, Vulcans can, like, last for ages, because they're, like, they live in a desert, Namer. They can, like, stave off hunger for days.
Yeah.
Bacon, you say?
Please tell me Pike teaches Spock how to make marshmallows. And calls them
Can you imagine?
marshmallows.
S'mores?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh god, it's the emotion chip scene again.
It is, isn't it? Oh my god.
A little bit, yeah. So, did he technically break his like Vulcan thing of a vegetarianism, or do all?
I don't know if that's all but confirmed.
Just stuffing his fucking face with bacon. That fucking laugh. That's so Arnold Rimmer laugh. I'll tell you that right now. Sam doesn't know how close he came to death.
Why do I
imagine a teenage lawn?
Why do I suddenly have an erection for no reason?
Yeah, that happened a lot. True.
That was very Drax.
That was very Drax and very Pac-led also. I am hungry. And Lars like, The fact that the saddle's in the background. Damn, all of my like brightly coloured juices have not solved the problem.
I've tried orange juice, I've tried lemonade, I've tried blue.
Tried blueberry, yeah. Oh, with a bit of blue. That's usually solves the problem right quick.
Yeah, bit of bubbly blue. Get it under a Bunsen.
I love Domingo. Every time I see him, I'm just like, hello, you are friend-shaped, I love you. Oh no, not Boner Spock, not Ralph Boner Spock.
Has she got lieutenant stripes?
No, that's just a standard. She's a civilian. She's a civilian.
Yeah, I just wondered.
I like how we let her twist there for a second. It's like, I could have reminded you, but I'm gonna just kind of go, Oh, this cunt.
Look at even how he dresses.
He's like dressed like a Harkonnen. Like, he controls the spice, controls the universe!
A little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, sorry, I'm still trying to fight back his cough.
That's all good. Don't worry, we're just listening to a Vulcan be the most boring sawdust ever. Field work.
What a dick.
Thanks.
I thought we were going to see Corby. I thought we were going to see Corby.
Nah.
Just keep teasing it.
That's still on the cards, though. Still on the cards. Oh, yeah.
Off the ring.
Yep. One does not simply.
You shall have my love.
Vulcans can be such. And you have my nerve pinch.
Yeah, I don't know if white uniforms are civilians, but it's definitely she's the only one that sees to wear it.
Well, I mean, it probably has all kind of like actual things built into it, like like probably a degree of body armor. I always kind of headcanon was built into the weave.
But she does join Starfleet because by movie era she is in full uniform.
Yeah, I guess so. Maybe, yeah.
Oh, another.
We don't know when that. Yeah.
Like he's just become a bro.
Yeah, no, he's just like himbo Spock. Absolutely. Brain empty, only Spock. That is an emergency. I was really disappointed we didn't get Elliott for this.
Yeah, that's true. They sort of played off that her and Amanda know each other, but Damn, Mia Kirshner. Damn.
What a fucking smoke show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm perfect for Amanda. Oh my god.
I love it. It's like, I can watch it again. It's fine.
It's fine, don't worry about it. Of course. My big fat Vulcan wedding.
Oh, I would watch that.
I would, right?
It's kind of what we're getting here a little bit, actually.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Amanda, facts don't come into this. That's very Shatner, that moment. I'm going to shit myself.
It's just chewing a toffee.
Yeah. Pike looks like he's just twisting and squirming.
No, Pike's in the best position. He can just watch this all happen.
Oh yeah, no, he gets to get all the tea.
I love this. There's no reason the door does not open.
Like, I can't believe the door has comedic timing. And she's like, huh? I love Pike just Shatnering up here. And then the door opens in the fucking background.
There was no reason for that to happen other than comedy, but it's so good.
Yeah, totally. That's so good. Fucking Spock just eating his, like, body weight.
Sarek couldn't make it because he hates you.
Well, we know that these two don't see eye to eye for a good reason.
A dick.
Yes. Not, you know, the actual typical mother-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
Vulcans are dicks, as we have established.
Got many seasons of Star Trek to prove that.
Take your pick of which show. We could fuck around. I love this like slightly conniving edge to Amanda.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, yeah, you knew she always had the...
I mean, we saw some of that in Discovery when she was hiding Spock from Sarek. That's going to save multiple lives and possibly the universe in the future.
An exaggeration.
You do not. Those are just Ethan Peck's makeup
Yeah,
ears.
I was going to say,
That's
that has
all
to be,
they are.
doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. It's like little floppy ears. Do not piss in the teapot.
Unless that's part of the recipe.
It's a very unique family, that one. I would have loved it if he just like touched it and went, ah!
I'm in so much
I'm a
pain.
superhuman. Yeah, exactly.
The secret is to line your palms with Kevlar.
I'd love if you just like peeled off like a layer of like your thing. It's like I have like special all this. No. This is a lower decks bit.
Yeah, it so is.
Mm-hmm. The fact that it's just like a timed, I'm gonna tell you everything I think is awful.
Mm.
Can't we come up with some bullshit? Nope.
Haploid genome.
Haploid, barely know him. I mean...
Genome, barely know him. No, barely met him. Something, I don't mind. I'm sure there's something there. No.
These are awful. These are all terrible. Trash all.
Histone unspooling. See a doctor for that.
Yeah, this is some prime medical technobabble here.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been unspooled?
Yes, once. Don't talk about it.
I went through all your busted black market shit.
He didn't go through the bottom drawer, did you? That's where Mr. Mabenga keeps his private stuff.
Special things.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's like, yes, and I smoked it all.
All of it? All of it? All of it. That looks like a real... I think that's like a chicken burger. I'm really hungry now.
Yeah, I watched this and I was just like, I want some sort of ciabatta roll.
Yeah. I love this new bar that they've established. This bar is really swanky.
I like the little fish tank in the background there, the little holographic.
Yeah!
That's really cool. Like, if that was near me, I would go there all the time.
Dude,
I'd buy a drink, be broke for the month, and then I'd go home.
Yeah, but like, do you even have to pay? It doesn't seem like you do.
No, but I'm not in Starfleet. But I was just gonna say, like, if it was a real thing near us, it'd be like £12 a drink, and
yeah, true. I have to be a huge hero.
The girl's like, yeah, fuck it, we'll do it.
Yeah, I do all this.
I'm going to assume they got authorization from Pike in the meantime. Like, they're not. This isn't a rogue mission.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
They are mavericks, but not that maverickish. It says a lot about Ethan Peck that you can tell that he's human, even though he's got the full regalia.
I think it's just the way he moves. He's like a little bit more nervous energy, a little bit.
It's just a slight looseness, you know.
Yeah.
It's like
a mandarin green.
That is a nice dress, to be fair. Thanks, Chief J. I assume that's Chief J? I don't know.
That's me.
I adore her.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that dress is fucking stunning.
The shoulders are great.
Yeah. I'll take the bullet. I'll throw myself on the grenade. Go get him, Tiger.
Yeah.
Do we have to? I want some dick. Oh, joy. I'm trying here.
See, Vulcans do make jokes.
Every now and then, they're very dry. They're as dry as parchment. You sweet summer Vulcan.
I'm human.
This is where he fucks up. This was not a good idea. She would have understood. Those look nice.
Those do look nice. Fig canapes. Another recurring tradition of people not liking Pike's food, despite him being an awesome
Even
cook.
though it looks amazing.
I know.
Oh. Fucking this bitch hangs out with Avasarala from The Expanse.
Oh, yes, she does. And they're best friends and they insult each other all day long.
Oh, only adequate. Totally.
Everything. All the time.
Yeah. Look at him. He's a mess.
Thanks for everyone making sure I stare at my eyebrows. And the man's like, oh. All night.
Yeah.
Also, I love this slightly more formal version of the green jacket.
Yeah, it's
like
slightly
with the
different.
line. I like it. Yeah.
That's just straight in. This guy.
Fucking what's the Vulcan equivalent of henpecked, Salat picked? Dude, everything should be salted.
No, maybe Vulcans hate salt.
I will kill you and everything you hold dear. I have time. I can stall. I love this guy. He just wants to have a good time and eat food. Yeah. Thanks to praying. There is something very Shatner about the way the Pike is acting in this episode, and I love it. We did have Pike cooking last episode because he was cooking for Battelle at the beginning.
Well, last episode? No, last episode was I've already forgotten. No, that was you're thinking of
No, No, you're
Oh, it
thinking
was. No, it's the right. Yeah, last episode was the Rigel one. Yeah, you were right. Yeah.
Yeah, I am absolutely.
Sorry.
Guess what? Never doubt me.
Sorry, I should have learned. After 3 years, I should really learn that now, shouldn't I?
I know my dumb space bullshit.
Can't call you a fake fan.
Yeah, I'm sure someone will try. I actually really appreciate the scene because, like, Ortegas gets a good amount of development in this.
Yeah.
Like, it's really cool to see her in an actual command situation.
And Uhura taking command, like.
Yeah, a little bit. Like, pushing a little bit, yeah. But I love their dynamic. I love seeing Uhura getting to be more on parity with the other officers.
Like, if this was Tuvok and Kim, Tuvok would have been like, no, Ensign Kim, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. It's true.
How about Vulcan? That's quite close.
I imagine the Enterprise is closer than Vulcan.
Yeah.
And Nami again doing her amazing work with the music. Really looking forward to seeing the soundtrack for season 2.
Yeah, some good ones in this. Really nice visuals.
I was expecting this to be like the low budget episode, but they're like, no, we're gonna push the boat out and give us some really cool shuttle VFX. Spock, meanwhile, is dying.
I just really want the subtitle to come up and just says internal screaming.
Yeah, for real. That little nod.
Oh, no, you know what they should have done? They should have had like mini tractor beams in his hand.
I mean, to be fair, this looks like really nice tea. Thanks to Pring, I'm already mid-pour. Oh! Here is your tea. It looks like piss. That's not a coincidence.
This is horrible. I love it.
More? Yes, please.
Yeah. Yes. You got a 2-2 on your dissertation.
Yeah, basically. Oh, this I loved.
We're casually just like, did we die? We dead? Cool.
We die. We dying. We dead.
This reminds me of the Trill one.
Cool visual. Yeah, a little bit, but this has got a lot more going on, which I appreciate. But it's a very different kind of thing.
Yeah.
This is like the coolest use of the volume I can think of.
Yeah. Kind of Peanut Hamper's voice actress, maybe.
A little bit, a little bit. Oh no, it's the Tacon. They're going to turn into crystals.
Oh no, not again. You've Tacon too far.
You Tacon can't do this anymore.
I can't believe you've done this.
Keep on coughing like that and you'll be a Taconer.
Uh...
Yeah, no. There we go. You turned him into a goober. He's like Boimler now.
Yes, I hate him. Put him back. I want my boyfriend back.
I love that there's such a formalized procedure here that like, we got a response period. You gotta.
Yeah. Please fill in the forms and never talk to us again.
You didn't tell us that your Bluetooth player got destroyed by the delivery man, so we're not going to respond.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, give me all the awareness. Yeah, no, I've got to escalate. I want to speak to your manager. You could visit more. I am certain. And April's like, oh, I love being needlessly cruel. I proved these nuts.
Wow. I was waiting for someone somewhere to do a smooth D's nuts joke somewhere, and well done, you managed it.
That wasn't smooth, that was awful, but thank you.
No, that was pretty good. That was, yeah.
The fact that there's a formalized Vulcan ritual timer for telling your in-laws that you ate them.
She can do better.
Can she? I am not even near close to done. Thank you for providing awareness.
We've seen Ston, haven't we?
We have. We saw him in episode 7 of season 1. He and to bring our co-workers at the moment. Yes. He's gonna give her the Vulcan clothesline. Fucking very Mr. Hom.
Vulcans love their gongs.
They love their gongs. We may need a gong. I think I have one in my quarters.
I should get a gong. We should get a gong for the stream.
I love a gong. Bitch, I will piss all over everything you love. I was really... I was really worried when we saw that in the trailer. I was like, oh, don't make that, but it makes perfect sense in context. I'm so happy. Try not to kill.
Yes.
Urge to kill rising.
Spock to be want to beam into space.
Anywhere, I'll take anywhere. Yeah, I like how Spock instantly accepts that explanation. Hey, blue, yellow, purple.
Looks a little bit like Sphere of the Prophet. No, Orb of the Prophets a little bit.
I was actually going to say, look a little bit like, what is it, the Organians or the Metreons, I think? Do they look a little bit like that in their non-corporeal form?
Kind of stuff, yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely, yeah. What is your tracking number?
Yes.
When did you order the item? Will you accept an Amazon voucher?
Yes. Please fill out this feedback survey to tell you how we did.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that.
Yep,
Idle, are you my caregiver?
Someone has to be.
Yeah, true. I love that. That's so very Spock.
Mm-hmm. Can you think of the inverse of this and they made Chapel a Vulcan?
That'd be weird.
Yeah.
I'd be kind of here for it, though.
We know.
We have eyes. Yeah, no, it's complicated is a decent answer, but they're not going to accept that.
Yeah.
I wish that we made Sweet Vulcan Snoo Snoo.
I like some difficulty in my relationship.
Mm.
Some well-defined walls.
She loves her walls, that's true. Yeah. The more I can separate my feelings, the better. I do love this. The fact that she likes Spock as Spock. This is gonna sound very awkward on the mission report. Okay.
Oh, this bit, I forgot about this. Amanda's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, okay. What are you doing? What's the play here? How can I help?
So good. Like, what am I doing?
You can just see the what the fuck. I'm so sad that we don't get proper charades.
I know.
Oh. Yeah, sure.
Spock's like, thank fuck, someone at the door. Is it the post?
A Borg? Kill me now.
It's like scene from Black Books of the Jehovah's Witnesses. It's like, yes, come in. Spring's like, yeah,
I have many
fuck.
injuries. Yeah. Every time, that nurse seems to be around.
Yes.
Pike's like, oh god, I have to keep going. Savette just wants to eat food and play charades.
Yep. Respect.
Man, kind of dreamy. Totally logical. Your poor romantic heart idol.
Eat your greens.
Become your greens.
Yes. His ears grow now? That's what they did in the first episode.
They grow now.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, this isn't hard to fake, really.
Yeah, but the calm and the actual mind melding.
She shared with me the memory of her and my dad going at it, and it was very awkward.
Oh boy. So I do adore that Strange New Worlds has been putting in a lot of things from the... My man! Yeah, there are many faults for 2009, but I appreciate the things they kept.
This is exactly the same as 09, isn't it?
Oh, it totally is. Yeah.
Just racist.
Yeah, just straight up a racist. It's like, no, I'm gonna burn it all fucking down. I like how no one noticed the little seam on his ears. They weren't attached very,
No. Back in a sec.
No worries. Man. Amanda, you're the best. Spock is such a mama's boy, and I'm here for it. Oh! I have to admit, Amanda reminds me of my own mother. Thank you for burning your wedding so that I can feel emotional fulfillment. Didn't ask you to do it, but, I appreciate it. And to brings like, well, okay. So let's fast track to the divorce and take some of that Tev Mel to go. Oh, that's just a lie we tell you all, that it's hard for us to lie. Yeah. Yeah, but it wasn't just the human emotions, was it, Spock? Vishal, they call it in their name.
Aye. Boom, you just saw my chair.
It's not me, it's you.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
But also, it's me, mostly, because I can't stand you.
Oh, this is a great bit. What have you done? I've been to interdimensional space, have you? You'll just have to suck my dick. Kind of a dick. I'll have your job in 3 years. No! Namer says, I touched grass today, you nerd. God damn it. That's perfect. Booze. Dink.
Do we ever see Spock drink that often?
He does in TOS, I think, at least once. What about the memory of that time I killed that kid in the learning sphere? Well, that was special too, but
Remember that time me from the future came back and my pet died?
I do remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sarek is a dick. I wouldn't mind seeing him in Stranger Worlds. He can't interact with Spock, but I wouldn't mind getting to see Sarek and Cyborg interact.
Yes. You could definitely
That's
have...
something we've never seen.
You could definitely have Chapel going off on encountering Cyborg, couldn't you?
Because she's not in Final Frontier at all. That's
No.
not... You can't touch that canon. Two hearts beat as one.
I mean, Burnham must have known about Cybok.
Must have done.
Maybe. Unless he kept that really a secret. I suppose if Spock knew.
No, the time period works out. He must have known. She must have known Cybok.
She's like,
We are
yes.
on a great... Yeah, no, she's like, oh, okay. Well, I see.
Remove your
Interesting.
trousers, please.
Idle. Is there someone else in the room with us?
Ensign J.
Clearly.
Spock, is that a lantern in your pocket?
No, it's Vulcan Gong, clearly.
I literally was just about to say a Vashar and Ritual Gong, and you beat me to it. Dun dun dun.
Wow, 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 wow. I've been feeling bad.
Don't just set off my cough.
Trying to hold back this feeling for so long.
Oh, no, it was.
There you go.
Charades. Captioning sponsored by CBS.
Thanks, CBS.
Thank you,
Uncancel fucking... uncancel Prodigy, thank you.
Yes, please bring that back. Cool. That was good. That was good. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Let's. I'm just gonna
so
go
good.
and fill up my drink, and then we will come back and we will do the review. So yeah, for those that don't watch us, we don't usually do this live. We usually have like a minute little break here. I'm just gonna grab a drink, and Stars does a tap dance and amuses everyone. So I will be back.
So anyway, if I had a nickel for every time Strange New Worlds did a Spock-focused episode that took up the 5th episode slot in their season and heavily featured Spock Chapel romance and T'Pring shenanigans, I would have 2 nickels. Which is not a lot, but it's weird this happened twice. Now we just need season 3 to do the exact same thing. It's like, oh, okay, this is our O'Brien must suffer. We have to have Spock Chapel romance drama, and it's good every time. Yeah, no, this was the rom-com episode, and I'm kind of here for it. I'm kind of here for Star Trek doing rom-com episodes. I feel like TNG could have benefited from a few rom-com episodes. The closest you ever get is like Menage a Trois, Menage a Troy, I should say. Kind of Cost of Living, like the one with Alexander and Alexander, because that's kind of a rom-com with Worf and Troy, but not really. Fistful of Datas, I guess. But they don't ever go quite into this territory. I'm glad we get this. I'm glad that our style shift has occurred and we are allowed for Star Trek to be silly and romantic. So we have 9 people in here. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's true, yeah. Old Trek would have had, awkward and or potentially dubious consent, which would not have been good. Are you, I don't think you're live. Your microphone's not on.
Now it is. Hello.
Professionalism.
I do not. That was very Vulcan of you. I do not believe your microphone is on right now.
I do not believe.
Anyway, welcome everyone to Star Trek Trek, our ongoing review of all things Star Trek. We are continuing with the brand new season of Strange New Worlds with episode amusingly titled Charades, which actually, the charades has a little twofold meaning there. I was hoping we would get more of the actual charades in this than we actually did, but we didn't. But we did get enough of them. Like, what
exists in our hearts.
What was Annie B. Mount? Please tell me that is Anson Mount himself. No, thank you for following Annie B. Mount. So, like, what was T'Pring's dad's name? Savet. MVP of the episode, absolutely for me. Like, that guy, just like, for a Vulcan, he had a lot of like I don't know, eagerness or sort of very kind of just like humble, like, I just want to live my best life.
He just wants to live his life. Yeah, straight up. He just wants to live. He has a wife who is henpecking him to death.
Like, that speaks arranged marriage, isn't it? That's just like, he's like, this is my wife.
That's the traditional Vulcan way, isn't it, right?
Yeah.
To have it arranged, yeah. Man, what a poor guy.
Yeah. But no, absolute hero of the episode. This was an episode of, well, I'm going to say appropriate. This should just be called Spock Amok 2 to Bring Boogaloo, really, because it is kind of literally a direct follow-up to Spock Amok with T'Pring and Amanda as well, and all sort of like following the more hijinks and intricacies between Spock, T'Pring and Chapel's relationship, which came to a startling conclusion, which many people have been a bit conflicted
and a new
about.
beginning.
Potential new beginning. I don't know how he's going to fuck it up yet, but it's.
He'll find a way.
Of course,
Spock always does.
I mean, the image I've seen going around lately is the one from TAS. Sorry, I got distracted. TAS of Chapel sitting on Spock's lap in, I don't know what episode from, but for people saying like, this breaks canon, Chapel can't be with Spock. This is. I'm thinking, well, we know that T'Pring and Spock do kind of go on the rocks a little bit, and we know Chapel has feelings for Spock, but eventually he will.
Because the implication I always got in fucking Amok Time was that they had not seen each other for years. Like Spock and T'Pring had not been keeping in constant contact, and they had nowhere near as close as they are here. So clearly, this is just the beginning of whatever is going to fracture that relationship into coldness and for those of you who are worried, I do not believe Spock is cheating on anyone when he is hooking up with Christine. Because guess what? If you are on a break, you are not in a relationship. You are not emotionally
how many friends
hostage.
debates? We were on a break, Ross and Rachel kind of things. Like how many people have?
I'm sorry,
those
but
who
like
are younger than do not remember the 90s as well as I do. There was a popular show called Friends in which two main characters had a breakup very similar to this.
And then one of them went and started fucking people. And it's like, guess what? That's what happens when you declare that your relationship is on a break. Ergo, it is not. Are you together or are you apart? Well, we're not together, so we're apart.
I mean, didn't T'Pring literally leave Spock's quarters and then Chapel enter? Like, that's pretty quick. That's a swift turnaround.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, it doesn't really matter whether or not you have feelings. It's whether or not you act on them until you're out of the relationship. That's kind of the thing. It's
true,
like, that's the you can't blame people for having feelings. That's not and you can't hold people emotionally hostage and say you can't go off into relationships. You were meant to sit around and mope because I punished you for the thing that I thought was a bad idea. And guess what? It was a bad idea. Spock did fuck up in this episode, but T'Pring has no room to criticize him for pursuing a relationship with Christine, especially considering the fact that she's going to do the exact same fucking thing with Ston.
Well, yeah, I mean, she will eventually. I thought, the thing we have to remember here is Spock is young. Like, he is very young for a Vulcan. He is in his 20s. Like, considering Vulcans live for about 250 odd years, that's incredibly young. Like, he is still in his adolescent period. Like, for a Vulcan, like they said earlier, like, oh, you're having teenage reactions. Well, he is still in that kind of phase of his Vulcan life where, arranged marriages may not be so sacrosanct to him, and with his Vulcan human dual heritage, like, he's definitely playing by different rules. Still shocking now we're getting such Spock-focused episodes in Strange New Worlds, like,
and they're good.
But they're good.
That's the thing that's kind of crazy, and they're fresh.
Yeah, no regrets. Like, this whole Spock T'Pring interaction, and especially we're seeing T'Pring's family as well, which is. God, that woman. Like, it pulls on so many moments from Enterprise, from the Vulcans in Enterprise, like with the smell receptors.
Yeah, can we have a conversation about the fact that Strange New Worlds, which is like, kind of the darling of New Trek, is subtly just bringing in all of these elements from 2009, from Enterprise, which have long been held with derision, sometimes like fairly. And they're like, no, these are still canon. We're going to treat them, and we're going to just revisit these concepts and go, what does this look like, told in a proper Star Trek format with proper Star Trek writing? It's like, actually, there's some compelling stuff here that we didn't pick up on the first time through.
Yeah, and, if a Vulcan eats bacon in Pike's quarters, is it logically sound?
Yeah, because I was wondering about that, because Vulcans are usually vegetarian, right?
Well, this is the thing, yeah. I don't know if that has been strictly said that all Vulcans are vegetarian, or whether it was just certain...
T'Pol was.
T'Pol certainly was, and I think a lot of Vulcans generally are, but there was definitely... What was that episode of Enterprise where we had the ship of Vulcans that weren't Vulcans that came aboard, and they were all, like, emotional, and I vaguely remember
that was Enkatash Katil or whatever, or something similar.
Yeah, and they're sort of Vulcans, but not Vulcans. They sort of follow a different sort of trend of things like that. And I think that, you've got the Vulcan separatists and things like that. No, what's it? The logic reformists, I forget.
The logic extremists.
The logic extremists and things like that. You've definitely got many sides to this culture. I think being vegetarian is probably a popular one, but I reckon you've got your sidelines are just like, give me a steak. I'd love a steak.
Yeah.
Give me some salad. Give me a side of salad.
Salad shanks. Yeah, totally. So I have a question for you, because our good friend Cranky has brought this point up. What are your feelings on the fact that changing Spock on a genetic level changes his behavior?
It's a tricky one, isn't it? Because Vulcans traditionally always have the emotions inside, don't they? They always have it bottled up, and they keep it, more ferocious than humans, but they are such trained professionals that they can keep it all seething until once every 7 years it all comes up and, But I feel that, there is a little bit of emphasis here that they're playing up the comedy more for the fact, he's lost his Vulcan side. All his human side's coming out. And I think the Vulcan side was a lot of the inhibition. The Vulcan side was a lot of the temperament and the restraint. I think removing that from him definitely, brings out... And like I said earlier, Spock is young. Like, he is a very... in the adolescent stages of a Vulcan life, him then losing his Vulcan side would definitely make all these human expressions come out in a very explosive way, which is what we see in this episode. It's happening to him for the first time, to his psyche, and it's just like, I'm hungry, I'm angry, I'm scared, I'm horny, and all these things just coming out all at once. And I think it makes sense. And like I say, they've done it for comedic effect, and it was perfect. It was really good.
Yeah, for me, it's interesting because so far, for a lot of the canon, we've been told that it's all Vulcan mental training. And at some point, I have to start thinking, well, there is actually a biological component to the Vulcan physiology. Like, because mind melds, like, Vulcans are able to mind meld, and that is not a thing that humans can do. Ergo, there must be an actual biological difference to their brain.
Yeah.
And especially, like, if you think about how long ago was the Vulcan and Romulan,
the sundering, it was like 2,000 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, that's more than enough time for divergent evolution to have happened, and for Vulcan brains to actually just be physically different, and for the logical, training and inhibition to at some point become genetic and possibly biological. Now, I'm no geneticist or biologist, and I'm sure that this is probably a little bit ridiculous to think.
No, but tell me what you think anyway.
This is Star Trek.
Yes,
this is Star Trek.
Yeah,
it's sci-fi. Like, it's all in service of the story and the characters in the end, and it's like, while I think it's maybe a little bit far-fetched to think that, you unspool a few genetic strands and suddenly he's, acting like this, but there must be an actual genetic component to it that is allowing the Vulcan control to be so tamped down, and removing that allows this overexpression of emotions. And I kind of appreciate that they took a slightly different tact with it than every other time, T'Pol or Tuvok would undergo a similar sort of storyline. They love doing this with Vulcans, but... Here, there's a bit more. It's not treated as like a trauma sponge. It's just for fun and as a character study in a way of what would Spock look like if he was completely human. And that is an interesting question.
I said this during the watch-along. Like the Strange New Worlds thing about Spock in human mode and Spock in Vulcan mode is his hair is slightly ruffled, and apart from the ears, but yeah.
Well, you're physically different, yeah. And it's even a thing that was dramatized in Spock Amok, like the actual conflict between the two halves, It's interesting that we spent 60 years talking about the conflict and how half human, half Vulcan Spock feels about it, and we go, but what does it look like when you split them? Because we had that with Kirk, good and evil Kirk, and very bad enemy within. Yeah, absolutely. But thinking about it on a biological component and what it does for the personality is a much more interesting idea, thinking about these two recognizable halves. And Chapel rightly points out, I don't want Spock as he is, as he's human and easy to talk to and understanding of my emotions. I want Spock as the unique individual that he is that combines both of these things to allow completely unique insights and unique philosophy. Yeah, specific parts of the brain regulate various emotions, so at least those have to be more evolved in Vulcans. So yeah, that absolutely makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense to me. I think yeah, it is. Interestingly, this was written by Henry Alonso Myers, who is the showrunner, who also wrote Spock Amok, so that makes sense. They're also co-written by Catherine Lin, who wrote a Lower Decks episode, Wedge Douche, which was the
That's the Lower Decks episode, right? Whereas all the other ships.
Yeah, all the other ships. That one, yeah. So I think we even said this had a little bit of Lower Decks energy to it when we were watching through. And I was like, yeah, no, it does. It has little sort of like those little comedic stings and little outrageous moments. Like, I think it was the Yellow and Blue, the Carvonians. I forget their name now.
Kokovians.
The Kokovians, that's the one. And yeah, and they're just coming out and said, hello, how can I help you today? You have not submitted the proper... Almost a little Douglas Adamsy as well. Sort of very sort of like Vogue on Form Patrol kind of thing, and yeah, it was very good, very good.
Yeah, and I also it's also very odd that it's a sequel to Spock Amok, considering the fact that the Rongovians and the Kokovians are both very interesting alien races, but they are very much in the background of this. They are not treated as the forefront.
They're a little bit caricaturish as well, because the Rongovians had their one trait, didn't they? And the Kirkovians kind of had their one sort of, well, almost trait-ish kind of thing of being an other dimensionally being. Can I point out a thing here, though? Can I say, like, this all happened on, like, within a light year of Vulcan? They had this huge interdimensional being, this huge gravimetric eddy, and the Vulcans have only just now decided, maybe we should look at that. We've been in space for, like, several hundreds of years. We'll let the humans do that.
Well, we have to assume that the anomaly that they detected was a brand new development.
Oh, maybe.
And we don't know what caused that. And we have to assume that, for all we know, there were Vulcan medical archaeologists who were conducting digs on Kirkov, and they hit something and it turned it on, and Yellow and Blue were peering through the port like, are they bothering us again? Oh, God. They're bothering us.
Yeah. We would like to engage in diplomatic contact. No? Well, fuck you.
No, I'm not interested. I'm placing the phone down. Okay, Idol, I need a honest answer from you. Who had the best funny expressions in this episode? Because it's a competition.
Who are my options?
Okay, I'll make it easy on you. So, Pike, Amanda, Spock, and I'll say Mbenga.
It's Pike. Everything that, like, Pike was mostly there for comedic and reaction shots, but just the moments when he's sitting there and he goes, this human tradition of charades, fuck, what have I done? You're like, literally, just, and the moment he's got the tray.
Because to me, it's Amanda. It's like when he says charades, and she's like,
huh? Yeah.
She's like about to. You are fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Like, because Amanda's picked up all the Vulcan emotional suppression, right? She's really good at schooling herself. But there was a moment there where she wanted to go, what the fuck are you smoking? You're meant to be a Starfleet captain, and the best you could come up with is charades.
And Savet's like, here, I want to play this. Let's do this now. I want to enjoy this.
He's probably really good at charades, actually.
Yeah, I imagine so. Oh,
okay,
wow. So I'm sorry.
You imagine with me. Imagine with me that Savet takes charades back with him to Vulcan, and it becomes a new dinner craze.
Yeah,
I want to see Vulcans play charades. I want it.
But they make it so needlessly complicated. They really just go over the top. It's like, well, how can it sound like
biogenetic particles?
Yes. Is it auditory or is it merely received by the audiocal node of the brain? Which species are you? Yeah. Interestingly, Savet's actor, just looking him up. Do you remember the old computer animated series Reboot? From back in...
Yeah, vaguely.
He played Bob in that, one of the characters, Bob. Oh my God, there's a Reboot. Yeah, he played the main character in Reboot. That's crazy to me because I used to love that when I was a kid. And he was in The Expanse. I knew where I saw him. He was in The Expanse.
Who was he in The Expanse?
He was Avasarella's husband when he got recast. Knew I'd seen him somewhere.
Well, no wonder he's playing that type. He's fucking being bulldozed by fucking.
And you even said like, oh my God, it's Avasarala. Vulcan Avasarala as soon as you walked in.
Right down to the fucking fashion outfit. Like the fucking that high collar. I saw that and I immediately thought of Avasarala. I've only seen season 1, but I already know she's iconic.
Yeah. No, because they recast the husband second time round. So he's, but in season 5, I think. Anyway. What a shame it was we didn't get to see Pelia and Amanda talk, though. Like, after all that sort of diatribe with them, it's like, oh, yeah, I outed myself as a Lanthanite. Lanthanite, that's the one.
Lanthanite, yes.
To and then we didn't get to see it. Oh, Pelia's not here, which is a shame they couldn't make it work, because that would have been a cool little interaction.
Yeah, it seems to be becoming clear that they are reserving the chief engineer spot for this actor doesn't have a lot of time or is some way hindered and cannot come on every episode, so we're going to make them the guest spot and then they turn up when they can.
Yeah. Which is an interesting idea, but I think if they're going to set up something like, oh yeah, Spock's mum was like my best friend, and then they have Spock's mum turn up and not interact with each other, that's a bit of a bummer.
It's an unfired Chekhov's gun, yeah. But we don't know. Maybe I would love it if Amanda turned up again.
Yeah, I mean,
because we had no idea she was going to turn up until we got like a preview issue of this. So
and it was cool. Mia Kirshner's still got it. She absolutely does. Like, it's very cool to see.
She was a great cast from Discovery. Yeah. Like, Discovery cast everyone pretty much perfectly. Like, I still love James Frey and Sarek. I think he's incredible.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, we know why he's not here. Like, we know, like, obviously he's not speaking to Spock, but...
Look, he and Spock would get in the same room, and Spock would just start choking him out, and Sarek would be like, "Cool, you can try and choke me out," and then he would slam him through a table for what he did with Michael's.
Oh my God,
gave up
that's
Michael's
music.
for real. Like, fucking Michael lost her spot in the Vulcan Science Academy because of him, and he didn't even take it.
Yes. Hey, Sarek, how many children have you lost lately? One's
more than you'd think, but less than you'd hope.
Yeah, exactly. One's gone off to prison, the other one's gone off to the future. It's just me, and you're not even talking to me.
Yeah, no, I'm your least favorite son. It's like, Cyborg's a fucking revolutionary, and he still likes him more than Spock. I can see that being the case.
Yeah, definitely.
Man, there was a lot of really fun stuff in this episode. Like, so many good sight gags.
Can we talk about the recurring fact that no one likes Pike's cooking? What's going on? Look at the effort he puts in.
The problem is, I don't think it's a case of no one likes Pike's cooking. I think everyone is constantly having to deal with matters that are more
Oh, you've just cut out there. Oh, no, we've lost you completely. Got a loose cable. But no, yeah, you think you're right. Like, what things could be more important than Pike's cooking? Come on.
You're thinking with your stomach. That's the problem.
I always do. That is the problem.
Yeah. It's the case of, like, we're dealing with engagement dinners, or I just lost a promotion because of, like, Starfleet politics. I don't want to eat right now. And Pike's like, but I made it special for you.
Apart from Savette. Savette loved it until he was told he didn't love it.
Savette had all that put in a doggy bag. You know he did. Like, he was like,
Pike's like, yes, I've got you. Like, him and Savette, after that ceremony, they just sat and devoured.
Guess what? Spock and T'Pring, doomed. Pike and Savette, absolutely happening.
Best buds now.
Yeah, totally.
Playing charades and eating Vulcan canapes till the wee hours of the morning.
That's diplomacy, man. It's just like, you make that fucking 10 mil, if you make it just right. You get it salted, just okay.
This is great. A lot of good visual work as well. The shuttle flying into the anomaly was a real cool anomaly. Like, that was a really interesting point.
Yeah, they like, weird flex, but cool.
Yeah. And
like, it's like, and like, I love the depiction of interdimensional space in this as well.
Yeah, it's kind of like almost sort of prophet, kind of a lot of analogues between them and the prophets, sort of being transported somewhere and then non-linear in time and things like that. They're very analog to that. I think that Namer says, I want to know more about these aliens. I think they are going to be like the one note. This is mostly, we'll see of them. I don't think we're...
Well, it's going to be like the Rongovians. It's a case of like, guess what? In 30 years' time, a game like Resurgence will come out and delve well into their culture, and you'll get to see them. There you go. That's what you'll have.
We'll make jokes
They'll
about
turn up again in the TNG era. Precisely.
Yeah, definitely. It was cool, though, that we had the Uhura and Ortegas with Chapel sort of flying into day. I'm going to assume they got permission to fly the shuttle out and they didn't just steal it. There's like, we're going to approve you the mission. Pike's just like, go, you do your thing.
Una would have given them a go-ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
Pike would have approved that.
It was Ortegas at the con, not Spock. So she's like, you can fly out of that. Or fly straight into it and be fine anyway. I loved it when they went into the dimensions like, am I dead? I don't feel like I'm dead. I'm sure it'd tell me. Like, very casually, not flying into this, like, we're dead? Yeah, well, if we're dead, never mind. I had a good run.
Yeah. So it was kind of interesting that while the last episode gave us a bit more of an Ortega's focus in terms of screen time, like she was doing the whole "I fly the ship." I thought this was a nice little showcase of a bit more of her character, where it's interesting putting her in a room with two people who are arguably even more impulse control deficient than she is. And she has to be the responsible one. Like, I always love seeing that. She's like, no, I'm a Starfleet lieutenant. I'm not just a maverick. I have to follow proper procedure. But at the same time, I want to fly into the weird space thing. I want to go in there. I want to do a fucking sick flip. And I really appreciate that. I wish Una got more to do.
Yeah.
Like, she got some fun things to do here, like her bit during the "you must talk like a Vulcan" was hilarious.
I do hope we get some more Una stuff later in the year. I hope she hasn't, like last season, I hope she's just not had her one episode and then she doesn't, like I've said before, I want to see her in command of a situation. I want to say like Pike's been incapacitated and they're in a battle scenario or something like that. I need to see, well, not need to, but I'd like to see her chops as a first officer and a potential commander, you know, because for all we know, we don't know what happens to Una after, you know, TOS. You know, she'd go on and get her own command, or she might do other things, who knows, but it'd be interesting to see more of her capabilities.
Yeah, absolutely, because it's a case of like, that's what the thing with Strangely Worlds is. There are so many characters that I'm always happy to see everyone. There is nowhere I'm like, oh, it's this was an episode. No. But I'm always constantly like, Una kind of gets the shot. Like Lan got a good few little spotlight bits here. Like you got the bit, but Una I feel like could do with a bit more screen time. I would like more Una. Give more Una.
And Uhura's definitely shown those ensign stripes. She's had a promotion. She's like, no, I'm in command now, and I'm being reasonable, and like everyone's just going with her. Like even Ortegas, who outranked her, she was like the one in command on that mission, just like, yeah, sure, we'll do your idea, that's fine.
Guess what? Uhura is smart. She is compassionate. She is a good Starfleet officer, despite the fact that she's still probably not quite sure if she. Well, I'm still waiting for the Uhura.
I think she's sure now. I think that was the point in Hemmer's death. Yeah, was to sort of show her way forward was in Starfleet.
True, but I'd be curious to see where that goes, because we know she becomes a captain at some point. I'd like to see more homing of her command capabilities. I'm kind of curious to see if we see more of that in the flashback episode we think is coming.
And by the movie era, she, you know, especially like Final Frontier and the Undiscovered Country, she is very much like smart and capable. Like if you know, they didn't use Nichelle Nichols the way they could have, but you know, you definitely see her going towards a more command streak. And I think it's definitely like the geriatric. By the Undiscovered Country, it's definitely like the geriatrics ship of friends. And like, yeah, we really need to go and do our own thing now, don't we?
Yeah. No, the instant she got off that ship, she got promoted and like was like bossing around Picard on the fucking the Longrons raid.
Yeah,
or whatever
the
it was called.
Leon de Grance or whatever it was. Well, yeah,
that's what it was. Sorry, yeah.
The train ship that flew out to the Magellan in the Magellan Clouds or something like that, which is outside the galaxy or something. Apparently, that I don't know.
Look, Uhura just stood there as a flex. Okay.
I'm going where no man's gone before. I'll show you where no woman's gone before. How about that? There you go.
Damn right. Okay, but Idol.
Hello.
We have to talk about Jess Bush.
We do. Holy shit.
She fucking knocked it out of the park, man. Like that bit where she walks out of Spock's quarters after giving him the emotional therapy, and she looks like she is absolutely. She looks like she's dead inside, man. Yeah. I felt so bad for her.
She's got so many, like, you felt the heart of her turmoil. Like, because obviously she's attracted to someone else that's, you know, it's the classic love triangle things. Usually I hate love triangles. I've said before that this has kind of brought out my inner soppiness that I don't do. I think there was I remember watching Battlestar Galactica years ago, and there was a whole love triangle thing, and I was like, oh god, do we really have to do this? And it was awkward. But this has not felt awkward. This has felt almost natural in a way that you can kind of understand it, but mostly because
it just feels fleshed out and like a tragedy in the making.
I think
you sympathise with both T'Pring and Chapel, and you want both of them to be happy, but
you know where it goes. This is the difference.
Are incompatible. Yeah,
I think this is why it works, because we know how it ends up, and I think it is more to see the journey, because we know, you know, we want to see where this goes, and the fact that we've now got this excellent actress in Jess Bush doing some stunning work alongside Ethan Peck, who's also doing amazing work. And I said in the watch through, Ethan Peck's doing this bit, not doing it because of that, but you know, he's recording this bit to show like, no, I'm not a one-note Vulcan. I've got all these really fun things I can do. And you know, it can show emotion and like, or show emotion without showing emotion, which I think is an amazing talent. Like T'Pring's really actress, I forget her name, Sarah Adu, something like that. I
don't know off the top of my head.
Anyway, she
I'm
is
bad
amazing.
with the guest stars.
Yeah, no, she is amazing because she does that whole being able to emote without emoting, which I think is a huge skill.
Yeah, because that was the thing that they really struggled with. No. Right, yeah. in the DS9 and sort of like TNG and Voyager area, it was a case of like you would occasionally get a Vulcan guest star who was very good at communicating that, but often they would just be dicks. Like, how do I communicate? I'm in command of my oceans. I'm a dick. That's how I communicate.
Anyone in the Vulcan High Command that wasn't Saval.
Absolutely, yeah. But it's like, I feel like in Strangely Worlds, every Vulcan that we've seen has been a bit more. Well, Pasok was a bit two-dimensional, but that's kind of the role.
Yeah.
And I'm not convinced we've seen the last of him.
No.
So, Idle, you have segments we need to do, correct?
Shall we? Shall we do best and worst moment? Since it's just the two of us this week, what stars? What was your best and worst
Yeah, where the
moment?
fuck is Frank?
I don't know. He said he was coming. Now he's not. I think he was he's late on a flight or something like that. Anyway,
fair enough.
Never mind.
Can't blame for that.
We cannot.
All right, well, you go first.
Oh,
you get
right.
best
Wow. I can't get prize permission. Oh, cool. I mean, best is too hard. I can't think of that at the moment because the entire episode could be the best moment. Worst moment. Jeez. I think maybe the fact that the Karkovians were literally on the border of Vulcan space and just no one had it just seemed awfully convenient that it happened to be all here. Everything was, and yeah, I'd say that's probably maybe the bit that doesn't stand up to the test of time a little bit. Maybe if they were out in the middle of space somewhere and T'Pring's parents were on the ship, they could have done it that way and they kind of encountered the civilization. They could have written it different.
It would have been
way.
harder to fudge. It would have been harder to fudge.
Yeah, so yeah, I think it's easily overlooked. I mean, this is me nitpicking. This was an awesome episode, so like I can't really think of worst moment. Best moment. Just
you have to pick one. You know, no, I'll be kind. You have to pick. You can pick two.
I can pick two. You're so kind. I'm gonna go with Spock talking to La'an. And that awkward moment there, and it just goes like, you're snacking all the time. And he goes, I am hungry. And that made me laugh. Like when I first saw it, it made me laugh like nothing else. It's just like very kind of Drax-ish, just like I am hungry all the time. Like,
I am hungry.
Yeah. And my second favorite moment, which I think you're probably going to steal it from you, is going to be him just shouting at Sam Kirk like, "I will break you." Did I steal it? Yes.
Damn it! That was going to be my one because like I've been wanting to see Sam all season.
Yeah.
I love Sam. And this is the best possible use is we don't know that the fucking neural parasites nearly had their chance stolen from him. He nearly was strangled to death by Spock over crumbs. I love it. It's so good.
So I will break you. Clean up your dish.
I will kill you.
Go on, I'm going to give you the hard decision now of picking something else, but go on, what was your best and worst moments?
Okay, worst moment for me, absolutely with a bullet, has to be Pelia and Amanda, our best friends. We do not get to see them interact. That is an absolute missed opportunity. Why even like take that opportunity to set that up if you're not going to capitalize on it? If it's a case of schedules not working out, make them work out. Film this later. Do something. It's a story opportunity that is not being taken, and I need to see it. If you're going to do it later on the season, I will retract this happily, but it is a glaring omission. Best moment. Okay, I get two. I'm get two. Fuck you.
Of course you get two. There's only two of us. That'll round out to four.
Yeah, absolutely. True. God, it's so hard. Which is what Chapel was probably saying to Spock.
Is that a Vulcan gong in your pocket?
No, it's a Lurper, clearly.
For which end?
Okay, I've got to give it to just Ethan Peck in general this episode.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Everything he did, from the awkward, borderline psychopathic way he was looking at Chapel awkwardly in the shuttle, all the little stupid expressions when he was goofing off in the montages, his communication, the instant difference between human and Vulcan Spock, instant difference.
What the?
Yeah, exactly. And second best, I would say, I'm going to give it to Ortegas, actually.
Oh, okay.
I feel like she was really well served in this episode. She got a lot of funny moments. She got a lot of responsible moments. I feel like she got a lot more to do here, and I just appreciate it because Melissa Navia is a treat, and I love seeing her every time. And this was like less showy, but more substantive than what she had for the last episode. I liked what she had in the last episode, but this was a bit more. Show me competent Starfleet individuals. It is my fetish.
Wow. That's niche. Are you competent in your job? No, I'm average. No, get out of it. Get out of it. Evan says, worst moment, he says, to the fact that he didn't bother to clearly tell them they made a mistake straight away was my worst moment. That annoys me in other shows as well, where they don't talk about their problems and they just react to them. I feel this was slightly justified because, Spock was hesitant because of what Tring was saying about his mother, and then Amanda found them out straight away. So it was a little bit...
No, so I think you're misunderstanding what Evans said. I think Evans is talking about the fact that when Pike is talking to the Kokovians in the initial thing with the calling card, he doesn't immediately say, no, you fucked up.
Yeah, well...
He doesn't say it, and that is a bit of a...
That's the episode over then, but I think he was caught out a little bit by the fact that he just went, no, thanks, bye, and he's like, he even said bring them back.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he was quite expected. He was a bit caught off guard by that. But it is a valid point, but then again, you need that moment to happen so that you can have Chapel do the, no, I feel for Spock, I have to admit my emotions.
Yeah.
But it's a bit of a contrivance. Yes, his hair failed him in that moment.
They couldn't see the quiff. They couldn't see the quiff. You got another best moment? Did you do? You did Spock and...
I did too, yeah. Eden Peck, and I did Ortegas.
Oh, yeah, of course you did. Okay. Yeah. What is... so much to choose from. What is your rating criteria this week?
All right. Idle. How many sacred syllables out of 10 would you give this episode?
Ooh. I need to spell syllables. How do you spell syllables? How many sacred syllables?
Syllables, I believe.
Hello, AutoCheck saw that out. Okay. Man, it's going to be hard not to give this a 10. It really is. Chat, chime in as well what your rating is of this episode. Because
it will be counted.
It will be counted. It will be put into the ratings. Fair and scientific, as it always is every week.
Always.
Absolutely.
It's empirical.
I can't not give it a 10. Like, my only problems with the episode... I mean, problem as a whole is it's another Spock episode, but I really enjoyed it, so I can't really put that against it.
He gets one a season.
Yeah, well... Yeah, that's true, actually. I suppose... Yeah, I suppose so. I think he will get another one as well. He had some stuff with the Serene School last season as well as Spock and Mock. So we're getting a lot. I just really I would watch this again. This and Spock and Mock are just absolute bangers back to back. Like, they are comedic. They're not traditional Star Trek episode. This isn't Chain of Command. This isn't Best of Both Worlds. This isn't the Drumhead. But it's still so enjoyable. It's 10. It is 10 for me. 10 out of 10. I feel bad giving 10 out of 10. How bad is that? Because, like...
Nah, I never feel bad about it. Guess what? Especially when we start doing our classic Trek reviews with Trek Time, and we're going to be Trek rather.
Yeah.
We're going to start giving out some 10s, and it's going to come hard. It's going to come fast. This is a 10 for me. That's just 10 sacred syllables out of 10 because I was the first time I watched this, I was watching it with Brody and Marie, and all three of us were just fucking creasing up at every single scene. I was wheezing with laughter at Sam. I was just dying at all of fucking Pike's. It's probably going to be a controversial opinion because I think our friend Cranky doesn't like this episode very much, but it just makes me feel happy. I think about how fun this must have been to film. I think about the strong emotional heart with Amanda and with Chapel. I think about everyone getting to act their heart out. I think about all the visual comedy. I think about the interesting sci-fi concept. I think about how cool medical archaeology is. I think about the fact that we had a all-female away team mission to the Kokovians, and like that was just a thing that happened because we have such a strong cast of female characters. I adore this show and I adore this episode. If every episode of Stranger Worlds was this good, I would say it's the best Star Trek has ever been. As it is, it's still very, 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 very good.
Razors Coming In is now our highest rated one so far. This is episode 5, so we're slowly going. I wonder how much we're going to rate the Lower Decks episode, just purely because it is the Lower Decks episode. But we'll see.
Dude, do you think about the fact that we've given our first 10 out of 10? We still have the Lower Decks crossover and the potential for a musical episode to come. Dude, if we get that musical.
Depends on the songs. Depends on the songs.
But dude, imagine if they're good. Okay, you know what? I'm going to take this opportunity. If any of you have a like for musical theater, or musicals in general, Anthony Rapp stars in a short film called Trouble, that is about a singing traveling
You
salesman
mean
and it's very
famous
dark and
Rent star
macabre.
Anthony Rapp.
Yes, absolutely. It's called Trouble, I believe it is. Let me just double check that and put it in the chat because it is a great Anthony Rapp. Is it Trouble? I think it's Trouble.
While you're doing that, Kern gives it a 9.5. Evan gives it a 9. That rounds chat up to a 9.4. Still time to get a rating in if you want.
Yes, it is Trouble by Anthony Rapp. It is a short film. It is 11 minutes long. Watch it on your lunch break. If you enjoy musical theatre, you will thank me. It's great and very dark. Good fun. A little bit of violent, but good. If you like Sweeney Todd, if you like these things, you'll love it. But
cool.
Dude, if we can get a musical Star Trek episode, I'm so.
I think it's good. The episode is called
gonna be hard to
Subspace
top.
Rhapsody. Like, come on.
But man, fucking Charades is such a fucking good episode, and I don't care if it's controversial. I don't care if that makes me a fake Star Trek fan. I don't care.
You've got to have different things. You've got to have some fun things. Like, otherwise you just end up with, like, you know, stale seasons and the show gets cancelled. It's got to have some variety. It's got to have stuff that brings other people in. Like, I would show Spock-a-Mock and Charades to my mother and she would enjoy it because it's funny and she knows the basic premise of Star Trek to know that, oh, Spock shouldn't act like that. So, you know, I think that's the test really, is if you can show it to someone that knows nothing about Star Trek and they enjoy it, then it's a good episode. Definitely.
In fact, Evans points out he would have scored the season 1 finale higher. What did we give the season 1 finale? Because I was very, very positive on that, I recall.
We gave it a 9. We're all quite positive on it. A Quality of Mercy. Yeah. That was 9s all round from me and Big, who rated that. So yeah, no, we were very high on that. So I think that's fair. That's a fair comment.
We just have a place in our heart for good Vulcan comedy, I guess.
I love a farce. Like I said, we're just waiting for the airplane kind of jokes, Leslie Nielsen to come around here. Did I take off the Shatner book reading hair flips? Yes, I did. I have a sore throat. Also, no.
Oh yeah, fair.
Anyway, well,
no, they want to listen to it. Once your throat is recovered, you put that back on, you fucking shyster.
Maybe I'll save that for the charity stream. All
right.
Thank you everyone for joining us. We'll be back next week with next week's episode. Do we know the episode title yet? Do we know what episode next?
Resurgence, isn't it?
Sorry, well, we were back on Wednesday with Resurgence, yes, but next week for the Strange New Worlds review.
Oh, that I don't know.
Do we have it yet? I'm sure it was like Lost in Translation and no synopsis yet, so that's the next episode.
Ooh,
so
that sounds like an Uhura episode.
That does sound like an Uhura episode. That's pretty cool. Okay, thank you everyone for joining us. We will be back on Wednesday. Join us for some Star Trek Resurgence. If not, if you're watching us repeat, we'll be back in a week and watch the next review. See you later. Live long and prosper. Ta-ra. Bye.
It's all set.
What's all set?
I got Hooker lined up with a dude who's gonna give him the deal of a lifetime in a new Porsche.
A Porsche?
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe you should wait. You might get a better deal through the state.
Yeah?
Yeah, we just did some story on a guy who's selling stolen Porsches off a lot on Main. Real sleazy character.
What's his name?
Delvin, Kelvin,
Melvin?